welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you some prediction readings for the 4th of November. I am here with the doggos, guys. Be warned, I've got Sophie here. They're chilling out at the moment and I've got Sprocket there. They're both really tired. How's this? I went to shoot outside today, guys, and of course the people next door rock up and started sanding. So I've had to pack up and come back inside to my daughter's room. So excuse the cat decor, but she is working, doing her homeschooling in the lounge room at the moment. Now, we have got a little bit of admin. Firstly, welcome anybody new, and welcome all my regular viewers as well. We come together and we chat to each other here, so please feel free to comment. We let each other know what's really going on in our countries. For example, I mentioned we had some relatives stay on the weekend. It was really fun. So many laughs. It's good to catch up with people sometimes and just laugh, isn't it, after everything everybody's been through. And she didn't know anything about the London protests. So there's definitely nothing on mainstream media here in Australia, that's for sure. People don't even know what's going on around the world. So please feel free to comment, like I said. Don't forget, guys, like buttons. And please consider subscribing. It'd be lovely to have you here. Little bit of admin, guys. Cheers, everyone. I have got my cup of tea this morning. I've already had my coffee. The race to the White House. We can't not talk about it, can we, guys? It's full on. It's the Trump and Kamala show at the moment, just in our face, in our face. I can't even imagine what it's like being in America. Oh, my gosh, guys. What is going to happen? I do get Trump triumphant, but my only concern is this rigged? We know the last one was rigged. I hope to God this isn't rigged, guys. Watch this space, because I don't even know what to think. I don't even know. Imagine if Kamala gets in. It's just the Biden government again. They're not going to shut the border gates. Mexican border gates. It's just crazy, isn't it? The other thing here in Australia, it always happens in Melbourne. There's been a rapper shot dead. And they're saying this could begin a big gang war. Of course it could. They always put the fear in everybody. Scary time. Be warned, everybody in Melbourne. More drama down there. The other thing is, did you guys see? We know these floods in Spain. Absolute mental. It is horrifying. If you haven't seen the footage of it, go check something out, because it's absolutely mortifying, horrifying. I don't think they've even had floods like this. Abnormal. We question a lot of these things with the current weather manipulation that seems to be going on. Abnormal. Lots of deaths. Did you see the King and Queen of Spain get booed and had mud thrown on them? Pretty ugly scenes, to be quite honest. So they're not popular. They mustn't have come to help the little people and things. They must have just felt a bit isolated, and that, I would say, this the usual government not really helping the little people, peasants and Lego people. So it was a pretty ugly scene. I'm sure you'll get to see it if you haven't seen it yet. Really bad, guys. They were really looking uncomfortable, I have to say. Oh, and the other thing, oh yes, we can't not touch on is Fergie's in Australia. Fergie, Raw Kardashian, yes, Fergie. Signing books and launching a new book or something, and they're books about kindness, apparently. Books about kindness. Maybe she could sort of give Prince Andrew some lessons on kindness. Would probably be a good idea, just saying. Anyway, enough of that. Without further ado, let's get into the reading, guys. Snoring's not too loud today, is it, Sprocket? Hey, guys, I meant to show you, I bought this great book the other day. It was half price at my newsagent. Oh, I've got itchy back, guys. Look at it. It's so cool. Harry Potter 100 Objects. My son was absolutely obsessed by Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I know I've got a lot of you out there. And it tells you all about the meaning of all the objects in the movie. It's so cool. So I just had to get it. It tells you what all the, was it Horcruxes and all that sort of stuff. Tells you what they all mean and all these things. It's great. So I thought that'd be some nice light reading. All about the golden snitch and everything. So that's my latest reading up about the objects on Harry Potter. So fun. I did love Harry Potter. It became a very positive part of my life because my son had autism. And he didn't speak for a couple of years. We did sign language with him for a couple of years. He did speak, Then he had, well, an MMR vaccination, which back then we were none the wiser. This was like, he's 21 now, so it was a long time ago. It was when he was 2. And he changed. He changed after that jab. So we're not big jabbers. We became not good at the jabbing, following the jabbing narrative after that. And he became, anyway, long story short, he became obsessed with Harry Potter, and it taught him to speak. And he started sounding like Harry. He had the UK accent before he had the English, the Australian accent. It was so cute. So I have a very positive connection to Harry Potter when my son was really obsessed with it, because it taught him to talk after doing sign language for 2 years. It was just such a positive part of my life. All right, enough of me. Let's get straight into the reading, guys. Yep, Europe's standing. I'm getting it. We keep talking about the waves of awakening. More people in Europe are starting to wake up and see these things now. So good. Because it's cost of living. Cost of living across Europe is absurd. Getting to the point that people can't survive anymore. We knew it was going to hit tipping point and breaking point, guys, because these governments aren't going to back off. We know their goal is to squash everybody and have us all on the one income. We know all this. So they're not going to back off and stop. So I'm seeing people in Europe are really falling over now. That's just what I'm seeing. So when you got nothing left to lose, you'll stand up and fight. Fingers for Europe. All right. I think we're going to start hearing more about Florida. We know you just had those terrible, terrible hurricanes go through there. I'm just seeing Ron DeSantis talking more politically. You might start to hear a lot more from him again. We know he's really into freedom of speech, human rights, protecting the people. I feel like we're going to see more of him talking about his viewpoints, which is good, because a lot of us agree with Ron DeSantis, isn't it? And the way he feels about things. I am getting that for Ron DeSantis. That's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing us getting more, probably educating tips from how states, counties, whatever you call them in the US, should be run. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he's certainly had some great, he's shown over the last 4 years great strength of character, and people do admire and respect that. I was hoping he'd really run for president for you guys in America. But it sort of fizzled, didn't it? Which was disappointing. I'm sure a lot of you would have loved to have him as your president. Imagine that, someone who's fully awake. Wouldn't that have been brilliant? Aww. Okay. They're showing me China, which if you're new here is Canada. We call it China because it's morphing into little China, little panda. I am getting people marching forward. Oh, fingers, guys. We keep praying and hoping people stand up like the Ottawa protests who were horrifically shut down. I am getting that. The strength is building in China. It's so sad because people are so tired over there and they don't want to be downtrodden anymore. They don't want to be squashed. They don't want to be living their life in a communist rule. I am getting that for China. People will start marching forward. And when I say marching forward, I mean, we keep talking about these legal avenues. People are going to start taking the legal avenues against Trudeau and the way he took away human rights. I know he's being investigated, and I think we all know so much is coming out and nothing ever happens about it. It's so frustrating. But I do still feel that the legal channels might have an inroad. If there's enough kind of lawyers and things coming together, fighting back, it can make a difference. So I'm still getting this. I get the freedom parties, they're called. I still get people marching forward. And it's not probably, well, it could be marching in protest. It's more pushing back against the government in the legal ways. See, Trudeau makes it so hard for people to just come out and fight because of the bills he's passed. We know everyone gets thrown in jail. The fines are extremely over the top if you speak out against your government. Any dissent that's shown, you will, even if you type it into your Facebooks and all that, isn't it? All your social media platforms are screened, sadly, in China. But this is what I'm getting. There's still this rise against the government. It's still happening there. It's still percolating. So I'm still seeing that. All right. Stay hopeful over there. Nothing's impossible. Look at the UK and the London marches. I bet you've had nothing on your TV in China about that, though, like all the rest of us. Zero. I mean, we need people to see these things, to know that they can have the strength in numbers en masse to make change in their little lives, sadly. All right. I'm getting New Zealand, and in New Zealand's getting a taste of this new government. We know Chris Luxon's not going to be perfect. Sorry, guys. Tiring energy today. He's not going to be perfect. We know he's got to push things, push the renewables. He's coming at the farmers. I am getting this kind of thing. He's coming at the people in certain avenues and not others. I think he genuinely wants New Zealand to, like I always say, build back up financially, but he still wants to keep New Zealand on the world stage, VIP, important country. So he has to do his bit for, yes, global warming, global boiling, climate change BS that they keep going on with. So he is still pushing that. So I feel like people in New Zealand will fight back still. I am getting that around. It's the renewables. God, last night, you know how I was telling you about that show here, that DIY house show, The Block, where they do up houses under crazy pressure and have enormous budgets. So ridiculous. And all they did last night was push in the garages the solar, the batteries, the energy saving. They used all the terms, and it made me sick. My hubby and I were sitting there going, oh, please, like every garage had an EV charging station. That's all going to be so good for the environment. It was just crap. Oh, I was so sick of hearing it by the end of the show. They just try to sell it on everything, don't they, guys? No, thank you. We're not going to have EV cars if we can avoid it. All right, let's keep going. God, I gave you that song the other day by Midnight Oil, US Forces Give a Nod. If you haven't heard it, go and play it. They're an Aussie band that's very political. There's a line in there, we're unable to go to Britain. And what I'm getting is, it's like when I'm hearing Britain, London, UK, and every single person's allowed into Britain except people, like normal people, like for example from America, who would apply for like a visa or whatever to go to that country, aren't going to be allowed in. But all these immigrants are still pouring into the UK. I'm just getting that line out of that song. None of this makes sense because the immigrants are still rolling on into the UK, and it's really infuriating people. The old two-tier policing, but this is what's making people really mad in the UK. That's what's making people really mad in the UK. Just the fact that they're just taking over and they're getting looked after. We know they get put up in motels, they get mobile phones, blah, blah, blah. We know in America, they got pretty much all the immigrants that come in and giving the old Biden-Kamala vote, aren't they? Because they got so looked after, they're going to apply and make sure they can vote. How's that work? How does that work when you're not a citizen or whatever of America? Mind-boggling, just mind-boggling. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. Oh, God. The world is just, what is happening, guys? Everything's upside down. The Clown Show 2.0 is so confusing and overwhelming. Like, honestly. All right. Actually, I'll try and this week and do my prediction for next year, and we'll see what comes up for that. All right. I'll see if there's something else, then we'll pull some cards. Oh, I'm getting Panda is on a real rampage now. They're really moving forward. I said they're going to do a lot of intimidation. They're really playing on this now. It's just intimidation, though. They don't go bombing things and attacking people and shooting Taiwan. Like, it's not happening, but it's all threats. It's energy, frequency, vibration they send off. Because as long as they keep people threatened, It makes countries rather, it makes them nervous and on edge, and then they have to rise up to sort of that challenge of the threat, and they come into people's, water spaces, air spaces, and they just send out this vibrational threat all the time. Still getting that for China. We're going to start hearing a lot more about China doing that, pushing forward with their powerful takeover of the world, because that's what they want. Hence they're doing, like I said, the moon landing to catch up with everybody. That's what they're starting to do. Get on the VIP important page and catching up with every other country. We're going to hear a lot more from Russia too. I keep saying that, and we have been. Russia's right back in the limelight again because we know Putin wants a lot of global power as well. We're going to hear a lot more about Putin still, which of course brings Zelensky into it, because Ukraine will need more money from USA, Australia, etc., to prop up their military base and all that, and get more tankers and more fighter jets and all this crap. We know how it goes. Got to keep the war fed and keep the war going. It's unreal, isn't it? And keep the fear going, not to forget that. That's one of the main ones. All right, let's pull some cards, guys. Let's pull a lunar pin. Man, we do need guidance through this. It's completely stupid what's going on. God, I can't even imagine in the USA how you're even coping. It's just tit for tat, isn't it? They're all just putting each other down, and oh my God. It's completely crazy. It really is. It's crazy. What have we got here? Queen of Swords. Ooh, this is for us, guys. Look at that. That almost looks like a mummy from Egypt. Almost. The face doesn't. But that whole throne, maybe it's like Game of Thrones. I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I've got to catch up with that. Sorry, guys. I haven't seen it. But this person, Queen of Swords. So, you know, the queen of your destiny, or the king, whatever you want to be. You've got your sword upright. You're ready to fight at any time, but you're also sitting on your throne. It's like I'm also getting that King Arthur energy again, where you're in charge of your own destiny, in charge of your own life. Look at the ears up. And look, you've got like this extension of the antenna as well. We talk about that a lot here. Things that we sense, we know, we just pick up intuitively on the vibrational frequencies. But always got the sword ready to fight. But we're also stable. If you think of that sitting position, we're in our own truth and power. That's a beautiful card, isn't it, guys? I love that for us. Affirmations. And the guides are saying keep our frequency up. It's very, very important. Keep your frequency very high. Oh, I'm getting that song. Go higher, baby. Go higher, baby. And never gonna stop. Do 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 do. I don't know what the song. I do know what the song's called. I just can't think of it. But it's just showing me like really high power lines, telegraph poles, just frequencies, like sending vibration, like out into the stratosphere. What have we got here? Challenge. Don't accept anything that doesn't feel right in your soul. No, we won't. The BS detectors, Braveheart, freedom fighter, rebel biker, maverick, renegades, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on now. We won't accept anything that doesn't feel right in our souls. That's one of the biggest things we've had. The challenges we've overcome in the last few years, guys. No matter why you're here on my channel, we've all overcome challenges of different variety. If it doesn't feel right in your soul, it isn't right. I tell my daughter and that all the time. Listen to your gut feelings. Oh, and guys, we are going to report that guy to the police, I think. We've been documenting everything down just so we can get it to the police. About him following my daughter. But when I said she went to Halloween, she actually drove around with her girlfriend and her older sister. They only went to like 2 or 3 houses that they knew people. So it wasn't like she was walking the streets. I wouldn't allow it. Sorry, I forgot what we're doing. Queen of the Moon Oracle, guys. Blossoming. Oh, look at that. We've got the music frequency vibration. Look at that shooting out from the violin. and blossoming. We're really blossoming now. Flower moon. Isn't that magic? I'm coming into spring. I've had lots of blossoms here. Hence, I've had hay fever most of this month or last month. The blossoms. And that's about blossoming into who you really are. And it's not blossoming in a small way. Look at all the flowers there. It's really blossoming into who you are. And that you do it through your frequency vibration, keeping your energy up, keeping... I've got 2 cards for this too. Oh, acceptance. And we've got the peace doves there. Well, look at that. It's like an energy field, really, isn't it? Connecting people. A little bit of the ET connection there. But acceptance of what is. Not trying to force things. We're just sitting back and allowing things. We always talk about sitting back with our popcorn, like in a movie theatre, watching all this sort of, what we call it, the hologram, playing out in front of us, but it's the awakening playing out. We're just accepting things for what they are and the way that they're moving at its own pace now. We were trying to force things once upon a time, and we were always trying to speed it up, but I think now we've realised that people, and we got told a lot by the guys, people need to wake up at their own pace when they're ready. Otherwise, they shut down and they won't accept things, and they'll go back into their, we used to call them bubble denial suits, which were like the white COVID suits. They'd go into their bubble denial suit and hide, and they just didn't want to face the truth, whereas now they're being forced to. I mean, when your life is being taken from you just purely by financial stress and etc., and you're being forced down a road you don't want to go down, that causes people to wake up a lot, doesn't it, guys? So keep just accepting how everything's panning out. All right, let's keep going. I'll see if there's one more thing, rather. I'm getting a song by Michael Jackson, I Just Can't Stop Loving You. It's so beautiful. I love that song. I just can't stop loving you. We can change all the world tomorrow. We can sing songs of yesterday. We can say a farewell to sorrow. This is my life and I'm not see you for always. Oh, we should listen to the words of that song. There might be something important in that we need to get the message from. We always talk about maybe Michael Jackson was pretty awake. But that's about loving yourself, caring about yourself, nurturing yourself, and having respect for yourself. You know, a little bit staying in your strength and power. That's what I'm getting for that song. All right, let's see if there's anything else. I think they're giving me a song by Spandau Ballet. I'm just trying to get it. Funny how funny it's true, always in line, never by the way. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the heading. And the wheels and top to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound, always slipping from the wheel. Back again. I'm trying to get to the chorus. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, is it true? True? I know this much is true. So what they're saying to us, stay in your truth. And we know what's true because we sense it, we know it, we feel it. I'm getting that song. I think it's Spandau Ballet, isn't it? I don't know. Sorry about the singing, guys. It can be a bit rough some days. All right, hang on. Oh, for some reason they give me that song, The Cure, Boys Don't Cry. Boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. I would say I'm sorry if I thought that it would change your mind. I'm just getting that song. I don't know why I'm getting it. Maybe sometimes the songs mean something to you guys or it's just a memory. Let me see if there's one more thing. No, they're giving me Violet Femmes for some reason. Oh, and I'm a walk and I stop, then I'm so struck out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go like a blister in the... Remember that song? Blister in the sun, let me go out. Big hands, you know I'm the one. When I'm a-walking, I stop. Oh, go check that out. I'm sure it's Violet Femmes. Don't know why we're getting it. We're just getting it. Blister in the sun. When I'm a-walking, I strut my stuff. Well, we do have to strut our stuff, guys, as weight people. We have to keep just strutting around, being ourselves. I'm going to leave you with that today. Not sure why we're getting it, but we just get the songs that we do. At least we just have a bit of fun with it, don't we, guys? I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos. Bye from... Oh, Sprocket, I nearly knocked her head off. Bye from me and Sprocko. Oh, look, he's tired. He's yawning. Oh, you're like a big bear. And Sophie's actually behind him, so you'll never see her because he's so enormous. Oh, Spock. Oh, why is such a big dog? I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye from me and the doggos, disrupting the show as usual. And don't forget, guys, like buttons. Please feel free to comment down below and I'll talk to you very soon. Please consider subscribing too. It'll be lovely to have you here. Okay, on that note, bye from me. Oh, there you go. You can see Sophie now. There she is. You say goodbye, Soph? No, she's off to the vets today. I've got to get her ears checked again. They're really sore. Even using the drops, they're still really sore. So I'll go and get some antibiotics or something for her. All right, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.